Good morning, student. Myself Veena Tripathi. Welcome to your online class. Students, today I am going to explain you in Geography Chapter 1, the Earth and the Gratitude. See, students, some learning objectives and keywords are there. Just go through that. First point, angular distance on the Earth. Second point, parallels of latitudes. Third point, explanation of the term equator. And fourth point, that is last point, important parallels of latitudes. So see, students, all these points we will discuss in this chapter. Okay, students, suppose I ask the question, where is your school? So what you will give the answer, students? So students will give a different answer. For example, some students will answer that the school is west of my house. Some students will answer that the school is east of my house, and some students will answer that the school is southwest of my house. Like that, students, the answer can be different. It is not same. Okay, what do you understand from this? Can you guess, students? Only direction, okay, not help us to accurately describe the location of a place. And also see, students, you can also observe that these boys and girls, what they are doing, students. So these boys and girls are giving answers to the given questions. So you also observe the map carefully and try to answer the given question. So say, students, figure 1.1, it is a world map. Okay, students, and in this world map, so there are 7 continents and 5 important oceans in the world, students. So which are the 7 continents are they, students? North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. So these are the 7 continents are there, and 5 important oceans, students. Which are the 5 important oceans are there? Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean. So these are the 5 important ocean. Okay, students. Okay, and say, students, which monuments is shown in this map? Yes, it is Taj Mahal. Okay, can you say that? Okay, so see, students, in this figure 1.1 world map, observe figure 1.1 and answer the following questions. Which place are shown on the map? In which city is the Taj Mahal located? Okay, students, that means where the Taj Mahal located, students? It is located in Agra. Okay, students, and students, which is one of the 7th wonders in the world, that is Taj Mahal. Okay, students, which continent is the Taj Mahal located? It is in the Asia continent. Okay, students, in which direction is the Taj Mahal located? For Graham in St. Petersburg, for Katia in Kimberley, for Michiko in Tokyo, and Meenakshi in Port Blair. So see, students, all these boys and girls, can you see that? So you can see that different boys and girls belong to different place. So their answer will be different. Their answer will not be the same. Okay. Shahid in Agra is specifying the directions in which the others live. How will he express them? In what direction will Natali in Rome and Enrique in Lima say the other's child lives? Will their answer be the same? No. Their answer will be not be the same. Their answer will be different. Okay, students, because they are living in different place. So somebody will say that it is in the, that means Agra, that means it is in the southwest direction. Some boys and girls will say that it is in the northeast or west place. So their answer will be not be the same. Their answer will be the different. Okay, students. Graham, Katia, Michiko, Natali, Meenakshi, Shahid, and Enrique have answered the above question differently using directions and subdirections. So because they are in a different place, that's why they are giving the answer different students. Okay, the Taj Mahal is located at one and the same place, and that is Agra. And students, the Taj Mahal is located at one and the same place, and that is Agra. However, when each one of the children told a direction from their respective place, their answer were different. The answer will not be the same. This means that the use of direction alone does not help us to accurately describe the location of a place. And students, that is why it became necessary to find a new systems to state the precise location of any place on the earth. Students, earth is spherical in shape. Precise means what? Exact, accurate. Okay, students, and that's why we can say about that it has become necessary to find new system to state the precise location of any place on the earth. Okay, students, so let us see what it is. Think a little, observe the globe in your school. Students, think about the following questions and then discuss them. Students, globe means what? A miniature model of the earth is called a globe. Miniature means very small. Okay, so points are there. First point says, students, so that we'll discuss that there are some vertical and horizontal lines on the globe. Which of these lines are more in number, students? So vertical lines are more in numbers. Next dot is, that means next point, what labels do these lines have? What similarities and difference do you see in the labels? So see, students, the lines are labeled with numbers and are marked with degrees. Okay, students, they have directions written next to them, that is north, south, east, west. Okay, next point, will it be possible to actually draw such lines on the earth? No, students, no, it will not be possible to draw such lines on the earth, as oceanic water, uneven nature of the land, forest, innumerable islands of different size and buildings make it impossible. Okay, students. Explanation, figure 1.2, earth size. See, students, the length of the east-west diameter of the earth is 12,756 kilometers. Okay, so that is the length of the east-west diameter of the earth, and the length of the north-south diameter of the earth is 12,714 kilometers. Okay, students, so see figure 1.2, show the length of the east-west and north-south diameter of the earth. This will give you some idea about the size of the earth, and this way, students, it will give some idea about the size of the earth. Oceanic water, uneven nature of the land, forest, innumerable islands. Students, innumerable means what? Countless. There was countless islands of different size and buildings make it impossible to actually draw such lines on the earth. Okay, so this way it is impossible to actually draw such lines on the earth. In order to overcome these difficulties, geographers develop a miniature model of the earth in the form of a globe. And this way, students, that means in order to overcome these difficulties, geographers must develop a miniature. Miniature means what, students? Very small model of the earth in the form of a globe. This can be used to determine location on the earth. One can actually draw horizontal and vertical lines on a globe, though not on the earth. And say, students, students, globe means what? A miniature model of the earth. We can say the globe. So say, students, one can actually draw horizontal and vertical lines on a globe, though not on the earth. Thus, they are imaginary lines on the earth. And this way, students, they are imaginary lines on the earth. Okay. Next one, angular distance. See, students, figure 1.3, angular distance. Okay. The location of any place on the earth is determined with reference to the center of the earth. So see, students, The location of any place on the earth is determined with the reference to the center of the earth. It is very important. In order to do it, we considered a straight line joining the point on the surface and the center of the earth. At the center, it make an angle with the plane of the equator. And see students, at the center, see that it makes an angle, okay, with the plane of the equator. The measures of these angles is used to determining the location. So say student, for example, in figure 1.3, the measure of angle XMV. See that XMV is how much? 30 degree. That is, its angular distance from the equator is 30 degree. Okay students, okay. And see that, look at the figure and see students, look at the figure and tell the angular distance of y from the equator. So see students, it is a 60 degrees south, okay. Figure 1.3 shows another plane. It passes through x. Say students, it passes through x. In your diagram, see that angular distance. It is parallel to the plane of the equator. Observe 1.3 and see how it meets the surface of the earth. Note that it forms a circle on the surface. Any points on this circle and equatorial plane form an angle is 30 degree at the center of the earth. And say student, what you have to note down that? Note that it forms a circle on the surface and any point on this circle and the equatorial plane form an angle is 30 degree at the center of the earth. Okay students, see students, do it yourself, totally cancel. I have marked with pencil, no need to read this. And see the next page, see that can you tell, that also totally cancel. And the diagram also totally cancel, no need to read this. Okay. Explanation: parallels of latitudes. You must have realized that the ellipse drawn by joining the 20-degree points is larger than the ellipse that join the 60-degree points. However, the distance xk1 and xp1 are the same. This is because we are dealing with a sphere, you know students. That means the distance xk1 and xp1 are same. Why? Because earth is spherical in shape. Okay students, note that though these lines appear to be ellipses in the diagram on the globe, they are circles. The circles thus created at some angular distance from the center of the earth are parallel to one another. And say students, so you have to remember that the circles that created at some angular distance from the center of the earth are parallel to one another. Hence, they are called parallels of these latitudes. The values of parallels are angular measured expressed in degrees. And say students, the values of parallels are angular measures expressed in degrees. See the diagram, you can see that figure 1.5. The degrees of the parallels are measured from the equator as shown in figure 1.5. Say students, so this is a diagram. Can you see that? See that earth center. So equator place always lies at 0 degree. Afterwards, the distance are increasing. Okay, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree. So it is north place. That's why N will be there. If it is south place, you have to write the S. Okay, that means 10 degree south, 20 degrees south. S stands for south and N stands for north. So say students, that is why the equator is considered as 0 degree parallel. It is the largest parallel and also a great circle. And that's why we can say students, that means the distance is increasing. The distance of that degree is increasing. See that 10 degree, 20, it was increasing, okay. And north pole is at 90 degree. So that this way it is increasing. And that is why the equator is considered as 0 degree parallel. It is the largest parallel and also a great circle. The angular distance of other parallel towards north and south goes on increasing away from the equator. See students, north place also and south place also, it is that way goes on increasing away from the equator. Okay, the same degree will be in the south place also, however we are seeing in the north place. Okay students, see that. Now next one is use your brain power. Explain the meaning of the term equator. See students, the equator bisects the earth into north and south part. So you know that equator, see the equator lies 0 degree, okay. So it will bisect the earth into two part, north and south, okay. And the one to the north is called the northern hemisphere, while the one to the south is called the southern hemisphere, it is southern hemisphere. So say students, so that 0 degree, that means equator. 10 degree N, if you write in the N, 20 degree N, it is north part. And if you write in the 10 degree S, 20 degree S, it is southern part, that is southern part. Towards the north and south of the equator, the parallels of latitudes progressively become smaller and smaller. Say students, when we draw the parallel, so it becomes smaller and smaller. How that students? See the degrees are increasing, that means distance of degrees are increasing. But when we go upper and upper, it looks very small, okay students. That means students, if you draw that line becomes small and small. Finally pole, that means exactly north place, see that it looks like points, see that north place if you draw that. So this way towards the north and south of the equator, parallels of latitudes progressively become smaller and smaller. On the globe, at the north and south ends of the earth axis, they appear as points. So these are called the north pole and the south pole respectively. So see students, that means you all know that, that means equator is considered as 0 degree parallel. It is the largest parallel, and also we can say that it is a great circle. Only the equator plate is very largest. When we can draw that upper and upper, it becomes smallest. When north place, it look like a point, okay students. And same it is south place also. So they appear as points. These are called the north pole and the south pole respectively. Why students? Because the earth is spherical in shape, okay students. While mentioning the value of a parallel, it is necessary to mention whether it is in the northern or southern hemisphere. So you to see that whether it is, see the value are mentioned here, okay. So equator it will bisect the earth into north and south part. So see that if N will be there, it is north part, if S will be there, it is south part, okay. So this way we have to, that means it is necessary to mention whether it is northern or southern hemisphere. The parallels from the northern hemisphere are referred to as 5 degree N, 15 degree N, 30 degree N, 50 degree N. N stands for north. And whereas the parallels from the southern hemisphere are referred to as 5 degree S, 15 degree S, 30 degree S, and 50 degree S. Okay students, so these are differences are there. S stands for south and N stands for north. And see that you know that means you have to remember that the equator is considered as a 0 degree parallel, and it is the largest parallel and also a great circle. Okay students, figure 1.6 earth angular measurement. See students, red color it is equator, okay. And see students, horizontal line we can say the latitudes, and vertical lines we can say the longitude, okay students. So see students, when we draw the same parallel, that's why every place same degree will be there, okay. The degree will be not different. And red color show equator, and we all know that earth is spherical in shape, okay students. See students, a line joining all the places located at the north of the equator at an angular distance of 30 degree is 30 degree north parallel. So see students, see that 30 degree north latitudes, okay. Can you see that? And this side also, see the east place also 30 degree north latitudes, okay. See New Orleans and see the Cairo place also, it will be the same, it will not different. Why students? Because we draw same parallel, that's why every place same degree will be there, because all are coming in one latitudes. Hence all the place on these parallels will be at the same latitudes, which is 30 degree and New Orleans in North America, Cairo in Africa, or Basra and Lhasa in Asia are all located on 30 degree and parallel. So normally I say that students, that means we draw same parallel, that's why every place same degree will be there. Why? Because all are coming in one latitudes, okay. So that's why angular distance we are measuring centers of the earth. So where we are, that means remember that from the center of the earth we are measuring the angular distance. Okay students, and red color, that is equator. Okay students, upper part it is north and below is that south. Okay students, and the same concept holds good for all other parallel. See figure 1.6. Okay students, now see that one can draw 181 parallel on the earth at the interval of 1 degree. At 0 degree, that is equator. See students, 0 degree it is a equator. Okay, 90 parallels in the northern hemisphere, 1 degree N to 90 degree N. Okay, and 90 parallels in the southern hemisphere, that is 1 degree S to 90 degree S. So southern hemisphere stands for S and northern hemisphere, that is N. Okay students, so this is your figure 1.6, Earth's angular measurement. Okay students, read yourself. See students, it is activity based. First point, take an orange and peel off its skin. You will see the segments inside and thin vertical lines on them. So see student, you know the orange, okay? So you have to take one orange and peel. Peel means you have to remove that that means you have to remove that upper part, means आपको ऊपर का छिलका निकालना है. Okay, so you can see the vertical line. Okay, and this way you have to remove the segments. Okay students, next what, carefully take out one segment, observe the segment and the gap it has left in the orange. See figure 1.7. so you have to carefully take out one segment, means one part you have to remove that and observe the segment and the gap it has left in the orange. Okay, next point, see if the shape of the center and terminal portion of the segment is the same or different. So see it is not the same. Okay, it is a different. See if the angles of the gap is the same at all points. No, it is not the same at all points. Okay, same distance will not be there. Find out how many segments there are in orange, and you have to find out that how many segments are there in the orange. Okay students, so see the picture. See students, so it is activity based. So see that orange, you have to measure that. Okay, an orange is spherical with a circular cross section. There are 360 degree in a circle. The earth being spherical, we consider 360 degree with respect to all to the earth as well. So see students, how that orange also it is a spherical, okay, with a circular cross section. Okay, there are 360 degree in circles. So same way, see that 1.7 second picture. See the how that what segments we are removing that. So how it look that. Okay, so the distance will be not same, distance will be different, and earth is also spherical in shape. Okay students, and we consider that 360 degree with respect to the earth as well. So it is totally activity based students. See figure 1.8, angular distance. Okay, see this diagram students, A B C D E F G H I. So okay, that all angle are the same, that is 50 degree distance, but when we measure that the distance will be different. Why students? But why the distance will be different? Because earth is spherical in shape. Okay, but angle is same, but distance will be different. In figure 1.8, angle ABC, angle DEF, angle GHI have the same measure, that is how much, 50 degree. However, the distance between A and C, D and F and G and I are different. So now what I say, students, that means angle is same 50 degree, but distance will be different. So distance will be not same. That means AC, D, F, G, I, the distance will be totally different. It is not same. Why? Because earth is spherical in shape. That is why students, that is because the earth is spherical in shape. Okay students, so do it yourself. Use figure 1.9 to do the following. Let the line AM be 0 degree. So see student, this diagram, AM will be 0 degree. Okay, and see that draw the line MB. Afterwards you draw the line MB. You to draw that line MB and measure the angle it makes with the line AM and write it near B. Note the semicircles. So you have to draw the line, I have to measure that, and afterwards you write that BD. And afterwards see students, That means note the semicircles that passes through B and join the north and south pole, trace it. So see one example was shown that, so you have to from north to south pole you have to join that, okay, trace. Now join MC. Afterwards MC also to draw the line that we angle AMC and write it next to C. Afterwards you will measure that from center point and write out value C place. Draw a semicircle that passes through C and join the north and south pole. Same way how that B was traced line through B and join the north pole south pole, students. Same as C place also you have to draw the line, okay. Draw a line that passes through point A. Afterwards you have to vertical also to draw that which passes through A at 0 degree and join the north and south pole. See students, A place whatever line you are drawing, that it is divided in two parts, that is equator. So equator divided two part, north and south pole, okay students. So this way you have to draw a line that passes through point A at 0 degree and join the north and south pole, okay students. So this is your figure 1.9. Explanation. See students, meridians of longitudes. You will realize that the lines drawn from point A, B and C make angles at M, the center of the earth on the plane of the equator. Through these points we can draw semicircles joining both the poles. And see students, that means from that through these points we can draw semicircles which are joining both the pole, that is north and south pole, okay. Starting with point A, we can draw similar semicircle through point place at each degree, and these semicircles are known as meridians of longitudes. And see students, that means starting with point A, so we can draw similar semicircles, okay, through point place at each degree, and these semicircles are known as meridians of longitudes, okay students, okay. That means horizontal line we can say the latitudes and vertical line we can say the longitude. One of these meridians is considered to be 0 degree. It is known as the prime meridian, okay students. The angular distance of other meridian from the prime meridian is measured in degree and are called longitude. And this way students, the angular distance of the other meridians from the prime meridians are measured in degrees and are called longitude. You have done this in the activity based on figure 1.9. So you have done that and you also measure that, okay, B degree and C degree, okay students. The 0 degree and 180 meridians lie opposite on the globe, forming a circle. This circle divides the earth in the eastern and western hemisphere. And this is students, that means the 0 degree and 180 meridian lie opposite on the globe. It is opposite, and it forming a circle, and this circle divides the earth in the eastern and western hemisphere. All meridians are equal in size. And say students, all meridians are equal in size. Meridians in the eastern hemisphere are labeled as, so say students, eastern hemisphere stand for E, that means 10 degree E, 25 degree E, 135 degree E, etc. While in the western hemisphere they are labeled as 10 degree W, 25 degree W, 135 degree W, etc. Okay students, so these are differences are there. The eastern place it was mentioned E, and western place it is a W, okay students. So see that 30 degree east in the semicircles that join all place at angular distance of 30 degree from the prime meridian. So some of them are Cairo, Harare and Durban in Africa. See figure 1.6. Students, figure 1.6, that is Earth's angular measurement. So it is divided into four parts: north, south, west, east. So see students, 30 degree E is the semicircles that join all place at an angular distance of 30 degree from the prime meridian. See the line at prime meridian, okay students. See that students, Cairo, Harare and Durban, that all are coming in a one, that means same longitudes, okay students. That's why they all have the same value, that means 30 degree. E means why? That is why, because it is the eastern side, okay student. That's why we can say that Cairo, Harare and Durban all have the same degree, 30 degree east. Why student? Because it is in the eastern part, okay students. See figure 1.6, okay. Though the earth is huge in size, see students, the earth is huge in size, we can tell the exact location of place on the earth using latitudes and longitudes. Note that the distance between two adjacent parallels is the same everywhere, but the distance between two adjacent meridians is not the same everywhere. So see students, what you have to remember that means the distance between two adjacent parallel is the same everywhere. It will be the same, but the distance between two adjacent meridians is not the same everywhere. It will be different. We can see this even on the segments of an orange. See the segments of an orange. It was activity based. We can see that the distance between the meridians is the maximum and the equator and goes on reducing towards the pole. At the poles it is 0. And this way students, the distance between the meridians is the maximum on the equator. Okay, and when it will goes on reducing towards the poles, and at the poles it is how much? It is 0. That means what you have to think about that, what you have to remember that the distance between the meridians is the maximum where on the equator place, and afterward it will goes on reducing, that means decreasing towards the poles place, and at the poles it is how much? It is 0 degree. Okay students, the distance between any two adjacent parallel is 111 kilometer. It is 111 kilometers on the surface of the earth, and the distance between two adjacent meridians is also how much students? 111 kilometer on the equator. Okay, to locate the place within this distance of 111 kilometer exactly, we need to divide the unit degree into smaller units. That means students, so that means we have to locate the place within this distance of 111 kilometer exactly. We need to divide the unit degree into smaller units. Degrees are divided into minutes and minutes into second. How it are divided students? That means degree are divided into minutes and minutes into second. Conventionally, that means normally, conventionally latitudes and longitudes are expressed into degrees, minutes and second. Okay students, each degree is divided into 60 minutes and a minutes into 60 seconds. And this is students, each degree is divided into 60 minutes and a minutes into 60 seconds. These values are expressed into the using the symbols degree. See the symbols are there, degree, minutes, seconds. Okay, in all we can draw 360 meridians each at a distance of 1 degree. See the first dot 0 degree prime meridian, afterwards next one is 180 degree meridian, afterwards next one is 1 degree east to 179 east meridians. Thus we have 179 meridians in the eastern hemisphere. Okay students, and the last dot, that is last point, is 1 degree west to 179 degree west meridians. Thus 179 meridians in the western hemisphere. Okay students, think a little. Totally cancel students, I have marked with pencil, no need to read this. Next page, do you know? That is also cancel, I have marked with pencil, no need to read this. Next one is the graticule. You know students, the graticule means what students? See the figure 1.10, the graticule, the parallels and meridians on the globe form a net, that is called a graticule. Okay student, that means the parallels and meridians on the globe form a net. It was look like a net. Okay, that is called a graticule. This facilitates determining the location of a place. So it gives the facilities determining the location of a place. See figure 1.10. Thus we use latitudes and longitudes for determining the location on the earth. And see students, so we use latitudes and longitudes for what purpose? For determining the location on the earth. This method is being used even in today's modern age quite effectively. And this is students, this method is being used even today's modern age quite effectively. See students, GIS. Full form of GIS is Geographical Information System, and full form of GPS is Global Positioning System, as also Google Map. Okay. Wikimedia and Bhuvan of ISRO on the internet also make use of latitudes and longitudes, and this technology is also available on the mobile phones and motor cars. And this way, students, that means you know that Wikimedia and Bhuvan of ISRO on the internet also make use of latitudes and longitudes. And say, students, this technology is also available on mobile phones and motor car. Say, students, figure 1.11 GPS instruments. Can you see that? Afterwards, do you know totally cancel? Mark with pencil. No need to read this. Do you know totally cancel? Okay, students. Use your brain power. See, students, how many parallels and meridians can be drawn on a globe at an interval of 10 degrees? So, say, students, 19 parallels and 36 meridians can be drawn on a globe at an interval of 10 degrees. Okay. Exercise. Say, students, A. Place a tick marks right against the correct option. B1 is observe a globe and examine the following statements. Correct the wrong ones. And C1 is find the correct graticule out of the following and put a tick mark right against it. So say, students, all these are the assignment I am giving to you as your homework. You have to do this in your notebook and read this lesson twice, 2 times properly. I hope that you understood this lesson. Thank you.